Hi guys, we have got two things going tonight. It's all baseball. The first one is really super fast in that it is just a single box of 2015 Topps Archive Signature Series. Even though that one ended second on eBay tonight, we are going to open it first because it's just one single encased buyback card. So we are going to break slightly out of order tonight and do that real fast up front. And as soon as we do that, then we will jump into our half case of Topps Archives baseball, which of course just came out today, and I'm super excited about getting that opened up. So let's take a look at our first break. Again, this is just a one box break for 2015 Topps Archives Signature Series. It's the 5th time we've broken it. And of course, our eBay end date, that was tonight, and there's our live stream schedule. Our team names are down the left, winning bidders are down the right. Anything that says no bids buyback just is an unsold team. Anything that says unpaid is a team that was sold, but the bidder did not pay for the team. So there's a few of both of those in there for this particular break, but that's how it goes. We'll just see what comes out. Maybe it'll be worth it. Hopefully it'll be worth it, and we'll pull something good out of here. And then we'll kick into our half case of 2017 Archives, which just came out today. Well, if I can get this out of there, we might be doing okay. And we have Lenny Dykstra coming out for the Mets on this one. And it is number 10 of 59. And of course you see the little Archives stamp on there. And that's it. That's quick and easy on this one, right? So that was and is 2015 Topps Archive Series, and now we are ready to roll into the main event tonight. And that is half a case, which is 5 boxes of 2017 Topps Archive Baseball. And I am super excited about getting into this, let me tell you. And same format as before with our teams on the left and our bidders on the right. And we do again have a handful of teams that were sold but not paid. And of course, a lot of you that did pay, and thank you very much. And one team down here at the bottom that didn't sell, and that was the Tampa Bay Rays. So give everybody a second to take a look there and see their info, their name in lights, or your name in lights, as the case may be. And we are ready to get rocking and rolling on this. So here's what we're going to do with this case, because there are case hits, of course, in Archives. So when there are no case hits, I usually just let you guys decide, like right half of the case, left half of the case, you know, that kind of stuff. But because we will have case hits in here, we're actually going to take all the boxes out, number them on the end, and then let random.org decide which of our boxes we're going to open here in break number 1. The second half of this case, I think, breaks tomorrow night, if I'm remembering that correctly. I have quite a few cases of this, but because there are so many base cards, that is why I have them broken up into half case breaks. So I'm just going to number all of these boxes on the end. I don't do a very good job numbering that one, but, well, good enough for our purposes of what we're doing here. And then we'll go into random and figure out which ones we're going to open out of our 10 possible boxes here. Oh, well, if I could type it in there, I'd be doing all right, won't I? What my deal is. Not getting it together with the typing in of the numbers. We're just going to hit random once, and it's going to be the first 5 boxes that pop up there. And I better write this down because you know I'm going to forget that if I don't. 2, 9, 7, 3, and 8. All right. Let's get back over to... Oh, why do you have a black view? I don't know what happened there. Why is the screen showing you a black screen? That was weird. Hopefully we're back to normal now. It looks like we are. I watch along on my iPad, so usually but it is a couple seconds delayed, so, you know, I don't always see it right as it happens. So we need 2, 3, 7, 8, and 9. So that means these guys come out. All right, and if you haven't, I notice, I recognize a lot of the usernames, so I think the majority of you have probably, I'm sorry, my computer just came up with an update notice, so I was trying to dismiss it real quickly, because that's kind of like the last thing we need is for the computer to suddenly decide it wants to start updating. So anyway, what I was going to say, I recognize most of you. I think the majority of you have done a break with me before, but for those of you who haven't, I do ship everything. So you'll get the base cards, the inserts, autographs, hits, the whole shebang is going to be shipped to you. And on this particular break, because I do still have some breaks ahead of this that haven't yet been sent out, and I tend to ship in the order that things are waiting most of the time. So I'm expecting this stuff to go out, some of it probably on Saturday and the rest of it on Monday is my anticipation. Anything in here that is base cards, we're just going to kind of buzz through them and keep on keeping on till we find our hits. Hi, Jeremy. I'm good. How are you doing tonight? Glad to see you. Well, see you as such in chat, of course. And we're looking for 2 signatures, 2 on-card autographs per box in here. And boy, Jim Palmer is like burned up right there, isn't he? A massive sunburn. And then, of course, somewhere in the case, we have some, it's nice Gurriel. We have some, why can't I spit it out? Retrospective. So there will be some Derek Jeter retrospective cards in here. We'll have some case hits as well, or a case hit anyway. I always enjoy archives. I like seeing all the different card designs, of course. Makes it a lot of fun. Is that gonna, yeah, that is one of our autographs, Wally Moon. That is fan favorite autographs. You can see the little stamp up there in the corner. So first out, Wally Moon for the Dodgers. I think I saw that somebody already had one of the Wally Moons up on eBay today. I think I already saw one listed. It's amazing how quickly people get, I guess, you know, people that just buy their own boxes or buy their own cases or whatever, and then they get them busted and listed right away. They do not waste any time. There's a nice insert for Dansby, 2017 Rookie Star. These are clearly going in a bunch of different directions. And here's our other signature is Marty Brennaman, a broadcaster signature, of course. And I held that up a little bit too high, didn't I? Sorry about that. And since, you know, Marty has kind of, as far as I know, Marty has always been the announcer for the Reds. I mean, like, I don't know of him being an announcer anywhere else. We will double check that, of course, but I believe that he is exclusive to the Reds. I don't think he's ever been the broadcaster anywhere else. And if that's the case, then we will send that card off to the Reds. And it is hard to get these all going in the right direction. Maybe we'll just leave those going sideways unless we see somebody particularly worth looking at. Sparky Anderson, blast from the past. There's a nice Carson Fulmer. Should probably set our minis aside as well, just in case you guys want to recap them. I might have stacked one in the stack already, but I'll try to remember to set the rest aside. And then you guys can let me know if you do want to recap the minis or not. Braden Shipley. Yeah, there's a lot of different. There's another Carson Fulmer. There's a lot of variation, of course, in archives. Oh, did I leave one in there? Where did it go? I'm trying to set them out aside, but I didn't see one go by that was numbered. Well, if I did, of course, obviously I'll, we won't recap it if I've stacked it in the wrong place, but I'll try to catch most of those and set them aside as we go past them. Jacoby Jones. Oh, it's in the pile. Yeah, I must have missed it when it went through originally. You guys probably, for the most part, you all know by this point that my middle distance, there was a Manny Machado too, that my middle distance vision is just horrific. Just terrible. So sometimes it is, I miss them, and I can see it a lot better, of course, when they're either a lot farther away, nice Reyes, or a lot closer, in which case, obviously, it's easier when I sort and all that, but I have to hold them in a certain spot to be able to have them on the camera for you to adequately see them. And that particular spot that I have to hold them in makes life difficult for me. It makes it harder for me to see, so I do sometimes miss those when they roll through. Joey Votto. There's one of our Jeters. And this one is 85 of 99. I believe we find the Jeter retrospective cards roughly 1 in every 12 packs is, I believe, the configuration on that. Babe Ruth. Sandy. Oh, my little kitty just ran by, so probably going to be jumping in the wrappers momentarily is my guess. Oh, Fernando Valenzuela. How about that? Is he a short print in this series? I'm not sure if he is or not. He might be. It's possible that he is. Of course, this is obviously my first, there's Benintendi, my first time getting a look at this too, since it just came out today. So I'm kind of feeling my way around as well, figuring out what all we've got in here. Whoops, I passed right by another Derek Jeter. That one is number 17. What was our other one? Our other Jeter is 13. So. Ichiro. Another rookie star insert. All right, I'm going to go ahead and set these cards from the first box down on the sorting mat over here so that we have enough room to stack everything safely as we go along. And again, anybody that might have just jumped in, the expectation on shipping for this break is Saturday to Monday. So some will probably get out the door on Saturday. Some will probably get out the door on Monday. There's a very slight possibility that it could all get out before that, but I'm not going to guarantee that because it's a lot of stuff ahead of it, and of course I get through it as quickly as I can, but it takes a while. No matter how you cut it. Nice Gurriel. This is my favorite of the card sets in Archives this year. That's my favorite design. Look at Willie Stargell. Wow, that's another blast from the past. Joe Morgan. It's always so much fun to go through these. You know, you see all the players from so many years ago, and it's always fun to see them. Goose Gossage. Wow. Some of these players I hadn't thought about in a while. Whoops, Sale. There's another Jeter. And this one is number 11. So, of course, obviously the Yankees know when they're buying in that they're going to have some Derek Jeter retrospective cards. Of course, the hope is that we pull out one that's signed along the way. And we have a signature here, Mark Langston for the Angels. I don't know how many different Jeter signature cards there are, but I think the majority of the retrospectives have a signature parallel. I don't know how easy or how hard they're going to be to pull at this point, obviously. This is the first I've opened of it, but they are definitely floating around in there. So between Aaron Judge and trying to pull the Jeter retrospectives, the Yankees are probably going to be, once again, the hot team in this, I would imagine. Tapia, Marquez. Oh, that's another, that's a Jeter as well. Obviously not the retrospective, but nice little Mike Trout mini. Oh, you've seen two Jeter autos pulled today already. Wow. Okay, so they're fairly plentiful in this series then, maybe. I don't know. But it sounds like it, Jeremy, if you've already seen two of them come through, that maybe they're not going to be too tough to pull out of archives. I don't know. Gurriel Mini. That would be nice, of course. That's just an added bonus with the chance to pull the Jeters. Oh, there's an Aaron Judge. Moncada Mini with the blank back. I guess they all have the blank back, though, don't they, on the minis? I don't know why. They're all blank back on the minis, I think. So, whoops, there went another Dansby. I should have spent another second on that one. Tyler Glasnow. Another Benintendi. So, Jeremy, how many cases did you watch before you saw the Jeter auto come out? Just out of curiosity. Just kind of trying to get a feel for Corey Seager, how often to expect to run across those. Gary Carter, wow. Ted Williams. And it's interesting, too, that some of them have they have a very different card stock as well. Oh, so out of one case and one personal box, two autos came out. Wow, that's incredibly good odds. That's like crazy good odds. Fan favorites autograph in the light blue parallel of Rick Ankiel. I don't know how to say his name. We'll have to checklist verify that one. I don't know where that goes at all. So we will have to double check on that one. Seth Lugo. I think it's the red in here that's numbered to 25, if I remember correctly. That's the newest one that they added this year was, I think, the red. And I think it is the 25. I don't remember what light blue is numbered to. If it might tell us on the checklist when we go to check it out, but I don't know for certain if it will or not. There's Mark Trumbo to 75, and I'm going to say that is probably light blue, so if that's the case, then I'm going to go with 75, maybe what you're going to end up with on the Fan Favorites Redemption. Or sometimes I consider it one color and Topps considers it another. But I would consider that to be light blue that we just saw, and it was number 275. Here's another Jeter. That one's number 4. Droa. There's an Aaron Judge mini. Alex Bregman. And again, I'm going to just move these down onto the sorting mat so that they're not in the line of fire, so to speak. I guess really we don't necessarily have to set those out separately. Just keep our Jeters and our autographs at this point for the review. If you all do want something else set aside besides the autographs and the Jeters to do at the end, to do the review, the recap, let me know, and I'll start a pile for it. Otherwise, what I'm keeping aside right now are actually I have a little stack of the minis too, but I think the first mini, maybe the first one or two, I might have stacked in with the regular cards before I thought about it, that I should have set them aside. Although, generally speaking, I don't know that you guys even want the minis to be recapped. Unless they're obviously, the red parallel or something like that. I assume there's a red parallel in this. There's generally a red parallel in the minis. Whoops. Grab too many in that handful. Next week, of course, we have Topps Finest coming out. So this time next week, we'll probably still be breaking some archives. I doubt I'll have all the archives finished by then. And then we'll also throw in some Topps Finest. That's assuming that the release date stays the same, which is, of course, set for this time next week. Every once in a while, they move those dates on you. And sometimes they don't tell you until, like, 3 or 4 days before. Or at least they don't tell, at least the guy at the store doesn't tell me until 3 or 4 days before. Another Aaron Judge, which are always fun to find. Oh, was there a Renfroe? Did I not say Renfroe when it went by? I did see a Renfroe go by, and did I not... maybe I did not call it out when it went by. There was the other Bregman. Yeah, there it is. Sorry about that I didn't call that out. I did see it go by, but somehow I didn't translate to getting it spoken out loud, apparently. I don't know what the problem was with that. Hank Aaron. Love Hank Aaron. Would love to find a Hank Aaron autograph in here. Tim Wallach for the Expos, which of course is the Washington Nationals these days. And that is to 75 on the Wallach. And again, I kind of consider that to be the light blue on the border. Whether or not I'm calling that color correctly remains to be seen. There's Lugo. Lou Gehrig. Jacoby Jones again. We've seen a lot of Jacoby Jones. Tyler. Matt Olson. These are kind of like opening classics football. It just takes you back. Well, I guess depending on your age, it takes you back. It takes me back anyway. Might not take you back, depending. What number was Lugo? I don't know. I don't know what number Lugo was. If you, did I just set him down? I don't even, how long ago did he cycle through here? I know you guys typed that in, but it doesn't show up on my side until a little bit after you've typed it, I believe. I don't really know why. I don't, how far back was Lugo? A while ago, okay. All right, well, there it is. I mean, it's not numbered as far as I know. I mean, I think the only ones of these that are numbered as far as I know are the ones, you know, where instead of a white border, they're going to have a different color border on them. You know, like this guy, for instance, the peach on Jimmy Fox. And he's numbered to 199. And that, of course, the peach color outline. But anything that has the regular white border on it, as far as I know, those are not going to be numbered. I don't remember if this is the stack I had in my hand or if this is, I think this is the stack I picked up. I don't think I had taken these out of the pack yet, maybe when you asked me to check on that one. Yeah, I'm not aware of any of them that would be numbered other than the ones, you know, like this or like the light blue one, you know, the ones that have a different color edge. Oh yeah, no worries, no worries. It was always worth going back to look. I mean, because, you know, like I said, sometimes one will slide by me. I won't, for whatever reason, it won't register with me and slide right on by me. So it's always better to ask, and we'll go back and look. Edgar Renteria. And I guess, is that our second one out of here? I think that is our second one. Because I think Tim Wallach was our first out of this box. Jose De Leon went by. Jake Thompson, and that'll be, again, I think to 199. I can't see the numbering on that, but you probably can. I'm pretty sure it's to 199 on the peach color. I think the lowest, other than obviously a 1 of 1, is the new red at numbered to 25. Hunter Dozier, Jonathan LaCroix to 75. Oh, that was Hernandez, rookie for the Astros. I'm sure you saw that go by. I just usually mention our rookies when they go by, if I notice them, unless we've seen them like, 10 times already. Then not as much. That was the second Bregman in that design. Kyle Schwarber. Might have been the first Kyle Schwarber we saw go by. Let me set these down the way a little bit here. Like I just keep buying more mats so I can expand. Yeah, I just keep expanding to the right. I need like a 20-foot long table, I think. Just always show you that the box is empty. I don't know why. I just do. I just think it's something that I should show you. I don't really think there'd be anybody who would do a break that would leave things in a box, but still, rather just show it than not. Another Derek Jeter. This one is number 12. There was Jarrell Cotton. Another Alex Bregman mini. Whoops, hang on. We got somebody stuck there. It's another Jeter. It was hiding in the back. That one, number 19. So maybe by the time we get to the end of this, the Yankees will have half of the retrospective, maybe. Because I don't think we've pulled any duplicates so far. I think they've all been a different card, which is good luck. We've not pulled any dupes yet. They had an article, I don't know if it was on ESPN's website or where it was, but I read recently about the cake. It showed a picture of the cake that the local bakery had made for the Derek Jeter celebration recently. It was pretty cool looking. And they just gave it to him for free, right? Like, I mean, it would have cost anybody else probably $700 or $800 cake. They're like, it's the Yankees. It's Derek Jeter. You can have it. Babe Ruth. Another Gurriel. Might be the first one we've pulled in that format for Gurriel, though. And that card design, I mean. Hunter Dozier, Tom Clavine, So I saw today, of course, that Bryce got his suspension reduced from 4 games to 3 for his slugfest. But I didn't see any news come out yet whether the pitcher got any reduction in his or not. And I always forget the pitcher's name. Like, I always want to call him Starling, and I know that's not right. And I can't ever somehow retain the guy's name, relief pitcher for the Giants. $199, Justin Turner. But it's interesting that the feedback has mostly been, even though Bryce is the one that charged the mound and popped the guy in the face, that he should get the lesser penalty, because of course, obviously, the pitcher started it by hitting him. I would agree with that. Beltre to 25. So yeah, so the red is to 25. I thought that it was, but Till you see one in your hand, you don't know for sure. Another Schwarber. Tim Wallach again. So we're just burning it up with Tim Wallach. Is that the same card design even? Or is that maybe it is a different card design. So, yeah. Two different, well, not really. It's just the light blue parallel. It's not really a different card design. Just a different, one is a numbered edition and one is an open edition. Jacoby Jones again. Whoops. Almost let Danny Duffy get out of my hand, but at the last minute we saved him. Kershaw. Mark Mulder for the A's. And Mark is numbered to what? Is there a number on there? I don't see a number on there. Did I miss it? I did not. I guess he's just not numbered, but I thought he would be. But I don't guess so. All right. I'm still stuck on the numbers from Inception, you know. It's thinking about what the colors in Inception are numbered to versus what the colors in Archives are numbered to. Sometimes I get them. That takes me a minute to think through it. Chris Bryant Mini. TJ Rivera. And that was also Roman Quinn. Tyler Austin. That might possibly be a short print. On the Colline, I'm not 100% sure if it is or not. Catfish Hunter. We have got one pack out of box 4 left, and then one entire box left out of this break. Oh, there's Moncada. Cespedes, another Benintendi. A bunch of Benintendis have gone through. I think more so than we've seen of our other rookies even have been Benintendis. Lots of them. We need to find one that's signed though, right? That would be nice. The Archive Signature Series, that's the one that we opened one box of at the start of this break. But that was the 2015 version, which was retired players. Archive Signature Series this year, which will be one encased signed card, is going to be an active player edition. So kind of excited about that too. We've got the potential to pull some nice stuff out of that. It doesn't come till the fall though, or at least, well, I say it's fall, it might be late summer. There's so many different product release dates. I can't even remember what comes when, hardly beyond next week, honestly. Well, it seems like every other day they're announcing a new product, either at Panini or at Topps. Clearly Authentic is a new product for Topps that comes out in a few months. Mike Scott for the Astros. Open edition appears to be. Alex Reyes. And it also seems like they're going to make a few things hard to get, like Bowman High Tech and Topps High Tech both, from what I'm being told, are going to be extremely hard to get this year. Braden Shipley. Stephen Piscotty. Yeah, I guess that just, you just look at it and you think, if there's so much demand, why don't you just produce more product? But of course, the flip side of that is, if they produced more product, then that would probably lower the demand because it would be more widely available. So I guess they're smart in the way that they do it. But yet it does just seem like there's so much money left on the table, doesn't it? I mean, it's 6 of one, half dozen of another, I guess. I know tons of people that are looking for more of a bunch of different products from this year. Curtis Granderson to 25 for the Mets, or it should be to 25. Yeah, there's our number. 19 of 25, I think that says. Again, you can probably see that number better than I can at this point in time, but do you have the Mets tonight, Jeremy? Is that your team? There's Sano in the light blue. So that is to 75 for the Twins. Cool. Well, hopefully we'll find you something else in here too before we get out of this one. Probably we'll do some, Alex Bregman, we'll probably do some full case breaks after the first couple of cases. There's Chris Bryant. The first couple, of course, we are doing in half case breaks. And then after we get through those, I may switch over to full case and just do just that break that night so that you don't have to worry too much about the sorting. Bald Vinny. Bald Vinny is our signature here. And Bald Vinny is numbered to 150. And of course, he's a crazy fan. I shouldn't call him crazy. I should call him enthusiastic, because that's the way I mean it. I don't mean crazy like mental. I mean crazy like exuberant. That's what I mean by it. So good old Bald Vinny ended up on a trading card. Good for him, right? Hunter Dozier again. And it cracks me up that he even signs it Bald Vinny. Gotta love it. Seth Lugo. He's not going to be numbered, but I'll show you the back of him, because I know you probably want to check him out. Alex Reyes. Encarnacion to Indians. Oh, you have the Padres too. All right, cool. You know, I don't know why I cannot ever retain who has what team, even though I do the spreadsheet. Because it's honestly, there's Dansby. It's just so much, it's always such a mad dash after the auctions end, not only to get all the combined invoices out, but also to get all of the information in the spreadsheet that I really barely even look at it. I mean, I know that sounds counterintuitive because obviously I'm putting it into the spreadsheet, but yet I'm not really paying attention to it when I'm doing it. It's just almost muscle memory, kind of automatic, because it's always a race against the clock. I don't even think about it. Bryce Harper, speaking of the brawler. Pedroia Mini. And I bet you Bald Vinny, I bet Bald Vinny will probably sell for $20 on eBay. Like I'd be willing to bet that Bald Vinny probably sells for $20 or so. Maybe more, I don't know. You never know. But generally the cards out of archives do resell pretty well. No matter what the subject matter is, honestly. Most of the signed cards out of archives do well if you're buying them for a mind of reselling them versus keeping them. Trey Turner. Roger Maris, that's nice, to $199. Last pack. And then we'll do our nightly random. This is also the last night for the nightly random in the format that we're doing it now. We're still going to do a nightly random, but it's going to be different starting tomorrow, starting June 1. All right, so let's review what we pulled out of here first. So we have the Roger Maris to $199, the Sano to $75, the Granderson to $25, should be to $25. I can't really see it on there, but again, I know you can see it. It's lost in the design somewhere for me. The Belter to $25, the Turner to $199, LaCroix to $75, and Jake Thompson is no, it is to $199 down there at the bottom. And our Derek Jeter retrospective cards, number 19, number 12, number 4, 11. What one is that? Oh, 17. And then this one is numbered to 99, 85 of 99 on the number 13. So that's our Jeter retrospective. And then our hits, Wally Moon for the Dodgers. Wally is not numbered. Bald Vinny for the Yankees, numbered to 150. Mike Scott for the Astros, that is unnumbered. Mark Mulder for the A's, and the Mulder does not appear to be numbered either. If it is, I'm not seeing it anyway. The Tim Wallach, and that will be to 75. somewhere back there, it will say to 75. Oh, there it is in the upper left. If I know my left from my right, couldn't get that out there for a minute. Tim Wallach again. That one unnumbered. And of course, obviously the Expos go to the Nationals because that franchise is currently the Washington Nationals. But just for the purposes of saying it out loud, if I didn't say it already. Renteria. And that one is also unnumbered. The Jimmy Fox for the A's. Well, that is not, that's not signed. Why do I have that? I have that in the wrong stack, obviously. That's the parallel to 199. It was supposed to be in the parallel stack, and I had it over here in our signature stack. Mark Langston for the Angels, unnumbered. And Marty Brennaman, broadcaster. And we're going to go, I'm going to double check this, but I mean, I'm pretty sure that the Reds are the only team that Marty Brennaman has ever been the announcer for. And if that is the case, as I believe that it is, then it will go to the Reds. And then I have to look this guy up on the checklist because I don't know this guy at all. I don't know anything about that guy. So, oh, Bald Vinny is going for 35. Oh, wow. See, I figured he'd be like 20. I didn't know he'd go all the way to 35. That's crazy. All right, so let's look up this guy first. Fan favorites autographs. Let me scroll down to that part of the checklist. Well, come on now. Where is this guy? Why do I not? Where are you on here, guy? I can't find him. Come on, Rick. Why do I not see this guy? Oh, here he is. Okay. So it will be on the 2001 is the card series. Fan Favorite Autographs. 2001 is the card design, I should say. And this is the St. Louis Cardinals. So we'll go ahead and write that on there, get that squared away. And then I'm just going to do a real quick little Google search. But again, I'm pretty sure that Brennaman has only been the announcer for the Reds. One of the few announcers we could pull that I would be that I would actually be familiar with, because of course I'm in Reds country, or just down the road from it anyway. Yep, so that looks like it. He's only ever been with the Reds, which is what I thought. He'd been there since like the 70s or something. I mean, like an unbelievable amount of time. So the Marty Brennaman here is heading off to the Cincinnati Reds. Now, let's do our nightly random. Only got 3 cards tonight in our little stack. Our stack has kind of dwindled down because I had in mind that I was going to change the way we do the nightly random starting in June. And just to give you a little advance preview, we are still going to have one bidder a night that's going to be the winner. But rather than getting something out of the stack, you're instead going to get a spot in a customer appreciation break that I will do on or about July 1st. And I've done one of those customer appreciation breaks before. I did one a couple months ago, and I just buy some different products and then open it up, of course, like we would do in a normal break. And then the hits that are out of it will go to the folks that are in the break. So we'll probably, we might do it as a draft, something like that when we do it. I haven't quite made the final decision on how we're going to do it. I just know that we're going to give one person a night a spot in that break. Of course, it'd just be free because I'm going to buy the product, and it'll just be a free spot in it and a chance for you to win something. So naturally, of course, unpaid comes up on the top. So that's going to put us down to the second spot instead, which is Ted's Clutch. So Ted's Clutch is going to win one of the three things in our stack here tonight. And let's find out what it is. Whoops, not 22. That'd be a little hard to do, to get the 22 out of a stack of three, wouldn't it? All right, well, didn't really change that, did I? So here they are in random order. They're the exact same order, but okay, random.org, thank you. So, Ted's Clutch, you are getting this classic Stitches card, Game Used Jersey number 36 of 299 from Upper Deck 2003, does that say? Yeah, maybe. So Ted's Clutch, that's coming to you with your other cards. And that, guys, is the whole ball of wax for tonight. So thank you very much, as always. Appreciate you. Appreciate you hanging out with me, breaking with me, chatting with me, and all the other fun stuff we do. So hopefully I'll see you again for the second half of the case, or if not that, on another break. You take care.